Hey everybody, welcome back to my book chat channel. I hope everyone has had a fantastic week. I know it's been a little bit since I put up a book review, but I've been so very busy between book reviews and painting challenges and just the life of a mom that things have kept me pretty busy. But anyway, moving on. So I have another book review for you. This one is an independent book review. I was reached out by the author himself to review his second book in the series. The author is Negus Lamont, and again, I'm hoping I'm saying that properly. The book is called Striker Y. This is the sequel to Striker X. And I will, as per usual, quickly run through the very brief synopsis that I have, and then we'll go from there. So, I used to hunt monsters back when life was simple. In the explosive sequel to Striker X, the galaxy has shifted beneath Vex's feet. Sentient beasts still pour out of the rift, threatening elves and dwarves alike, but they are no longer the greatest threat. Acting against the corrupt politician Morang, go with that, has upended Vex's entire life. He has to flee the galactic force and be taken in by his old enemies, the Red Rogue Alliance. The Alliance, hell-bent on freeing the galaxies from the IGF, wants to train Vex to be their figurehead and assassin. But if he takes on their mission, it will mean assuming a new identity, surviving brutal training, and diving undercover deeper than ever into the cesspool of IGF. From a hostile orc world to a brutal prison planet, from shocking enemies to unexpected allies, nothing is what it seems. As the cyber realm and the real world continue to merge, every player has their own game. The success of the entire revolution rests on Vex's shoulders. He has no choice but to fight on. So, that is the very brief but very to the point synopsis that I can come across or have for you. So I have rated this one a 4 out of 5 stars. I found that this book was very well written. I thought it was very well described. The storyline had a really good flow to it. I definitely wanted more, though, when it came to the storyline itself. More meaning that this being a gamelet story, this book writes exactly as a game would. So there's a lot of information regarding how they leveled up, what they had to do to achieve that level, what they get when they hit that level. And while I found some of it interesting, especially some of the different abilities and things that they ended up with, I found that part just a little bit, I guess, excessive, and I would have wanted a little bit more of the storyline instead of. I mean, I get they're kind of interlinked, but that's just my thoughts. The storyline itself, I really enjoyed. It's what really kept me going with this book. I found that I really wanted to know what was going to happen with the characters, how they were going to unfold. I would definitely want to know more about each character as the story goes on. I think my favorite character is Leaky Faucet, or I believe her name was Sansa, I think is her actual name. But that's just the nickname or alias that she assumed at one point in the story. And I do find some of the different names that they take upon themselves kind of funny. Definitely some good humor in that. Just for example, Leaky Faucet, Acid Reflex, and so on. So there's definitely some good humor in those. And like I said, I think out of pretty much all the characters, I liked her the most. I found her to be highly entertaining and just really interesting. I wanted to know more about her background and her history, and I look forward to seeing how that all unfolds. But yeah, no, I found myself enjoying most of the characters. They definitely had personalities of their own, and with all that, I found that the story was very well written and described. And yeah, so again, I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars, and I would definitely recommend you checking it out, especially if you're into, this type of gaming. Um, if you're into the killing of monsters and leveling up and all that kind of thing, as this book has been very well described or depicted like an actual video game would be, this is definitely one that would be right up your alley, and I would highly recommend you to check it out. As I said, I definitely look forward to seeing what happens with the storyline, as I would love to know more. And yeah. So I thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will be back again soon with another book review. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Happy reading.